You want to make videos that people are going to keep watching. We're going to show you how to do that right now. Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Ryan.
And we are Pop Your Presence, helping you be better on camera and online. And the #1 way to get people at the beginning to watch your video is by creating a mystery.
Exactly, and tone is a great way to do that because it sets up the expectation. But what does that exactly mean?
So let's talk about how you create a mystery at the beginning of your video, something that is going to keep people watching and pull them through. There's a couple different ways you can do that. One of them is to take the part of your video that is sort of the most important part, the payoff, tease that at the beginning. Don't show the whole thing, but just sort of tease it for a couple of seconds, and then bang, you're sort of back into the beginning of the video.
The whole point of this is to help build some sort of hype or expectation in the video that you can pay off with later. Now, a lot of people get in trouble for clickbaiting because they'll often either do this or do it in a thumbnail and then not pay off. So you definitely want to make sure that whatever you put at the beginning of the video, you put and show later so that you fulfill that audience expectation.
Another way to do this is to state your opinion at the beginning of the video, but don't give your full opinion, don't give it all away. Just kind of tease what's going to happen, sort of tease the opinion that you're going to give, but don't say it fully until a little bit later in the video.
Exactly, it's all about setting up that mystery. You want to give them a little something, a little bit of bait so that they come on in, and then you gotta kind of drag it out. It sounds really like crappy to say it like that, but that's really something that does work. And if you pay off, then it really doesn't matter whether or not you do it or not.
Right, so we got an example from a video that I shot a little while ago about a supercar that is still under development. It's pretty controversial, so at the beginning, watch how I tease the mystery right at the beginning of the video. We know the DeVal 16 is a pretty expensive car, right? I emailed them and it turns out it's $1.5 million just to get in the door. That's more than my weekly allowance. What if I told you you could get into that car for a whole lot less? Lower than a Porsche 918, lower than a Lamborghini Huracan, lower than a Toyota 86? That's too low. You can't go that low. So that's the beginning of the video. A little bit later, I actually paid it off. I'll show you a little bit of that. I'm Eric, and this is RevMatch TV, and a couple of weeks ago, I made a video about the DeVal 16, and I basically called them out for their whole PR strategy being shadier than a palm tree. And so by doing that, what I did was, there was, again, this tease. We keep using the term, this tease at the beginning, kept sort of teasing it throughout the video until I really sort of revealed the whole thing a little bit later. Now, you did something a little bit different in a video, sort of on a business situation involving Smosh. They're an online creator that's been on the platform for a while. What did you do in that video?
Well, Eric, not everyone likes a tease, so we tried a little bit of a different approach on this video. Instead, we set up a scenario trying to put the audience in the shoes of the story that we were trying to talk about. This is what I did. Imagine you're doing YouTube full-time, living the dream, working hard, and then all of a sudden one day you wake up and all of your hard-earned money is taken from you. By trying to bring the audience into it, by having them imagine that they were these people in this situation, and then setting the stakes as high as possible by saying that all the money was being taken away from them, that really elevates the stakes and sets up that mystery, and it creates this thing that people want to find out more about.
So we're talking about tone here, and really what we're talking about is the tone of the video as opposed to the individual, tone of voice that we're taking. That's important too. Obviously, you got to sort of set that as well, but we're really talking about setting the tone for the video. So early on, we've been experimenting with this for a couple of years, and in your earlier writing experiments, didn't work out so well because you would tease and then you would give it away right at the beginning.
No, it did not, Eric. So something that you never want to do, something I did a lot of, was I ultimately just gave the information away. And then once you give away the point of the video, then sometimes the viewer can be like, oh, I get it, and click off. So what we've learned over time and watching other people and trying to emulate them, something that's really important is to find creators in your space and figure out what they are doing, is to try and give something a little bit of information, give the audience a little bit of information, and then kind of hold off and then come back to it so that you fulfill the whole story, but not right at the beginning.
Exactly. So what we're really talking about, we've sort of told you this whole thing, is it's story. This is one way of creating a story in your videos. That is the tone. People like stories. People like mystery. So this is really all about creating a story. And that's what we think works in videos and something you should definitely try. So our current focus is creating stories. And if you want to learn more about tone and how to create stories, we've got a Facebook group. It's called Pop Your Presence. We're going to link it right down below. Remember to subscribe. We've also got a playlist on tone. See you guys in the next video.